Thank you to Omaze for sponsoring this video. More on that later in this episode.
My name's Chris. I drive a 2013 Chevy Express Extended. This is the inside. I built it myself. When you first come in, I have the swivel seat. Without it, it's just nowhere to sit in here. It's not the world's biggest van, but this is just a storage area, very large. I keep all my Reflectix up here for the windows. I have a max fan. My electrical system is behind the driver's seat. So it's all, I got two lithium 100 amp batteries, a 200 amp inverter. My fuse panels here. I have a few kill switches, and I got some runs my shore power in, and it's also hooked up through the alternator for charging. Got 340 watt solar on the roof, and it seems to run this quite well. I got a plug here that runs off the inverter. I got a gang switch, runs my lighting. Countertop just made out of plywood. This is just a junk drawer. Fridge down here. It's a ice cold fridge, 65 liter. It's a fridge freezer combo on slide. So this side's the freezer. There's nothing in here. It's just, but it's all fridge freezer here, and my fridge is this side, nice and large. Keep stuff good and cold. I've always wanted a van from like the time I was about 14, 15. I just love the whole concept of the van. Back in the late 70s, they had the teardrop windows and the mag tires on the back and stuff, and I always liked those, and I knew I was going to build one sooner or later, have a van. And well, I found this one, and I had the opportunity to buy it, and I did. And it's been great ever since. So it really was something I enjoyed to do. And my propane is under here in a cabinet. It's all sealed up with weather taping and stuff, and it's kind of an airtight seal. And I have a vent from the outside of the van. This is just a Camp Chef. I got it at Costco. I have a pantry here. This is more dry goods. Keep my liquor in here and stuff. So that's our little liquor cabinet. This side I have a sink. It's just a pump sink, just like that. I have 7 gallons fresh water, 7 gallons gray water, and then I have a diesel tank back here for my heater. Down underneath that we have our toilet. It's just kind of set up kind of like a compost toilet. It's got just the divider. We travel back east from the west coast a lot, and it's saving us like on hotels all the way across. I don't care for flying too much, so I'm a little nervous in a plane, though I have flown a lot. But we get to bring pretty much as much as we want. Last summer we went back east, and we had a couple inflatable kayaks in the drawer and stuff, and we just hit a lot of campgrounds and little spots and just had a good time, and it was fun. Back here's the bed area. This is just storage. Towels, sometimes we keep our clothing. Usually I'll have 2, and Deb will take 2. This one's pretty deep. It goes in behind those ones, and that one like that. We have an 8-inch mattress. I find it's almost too thick. We have lighting, 2 small lights, and they have USB chargers underneath. This is for our diesel heater, and it's located underneath the toilet. My heat comes out down below, and it seems to work. I have no problems. Knock off Chinese diesel heater or whatever they are, so it works fine though.
Can you tell me about how you actually raised the roof up?
Oh, roof. Well, last winter I was looking all over the west coast to get this done in Canada, and I had to go across to the east coast to get it done in Quebec. It was quite the challenge during COVID and stuff to drive across the country, and we were a little nervous most of the time, but we did it. We did good. But they installed it. it really kept the cost down from putting this on a regular van than compared to buying a Ram ProMaster or a Mercedes. Insulation, I have the 1-inch rigid board in the walls covered with the bubble wrap reflective, so all around like that. And here I have a 1/2 inch up top, which is a R3 or something on the ceiling, and the floor has a R5 underneath the vinyl flooring. I always knew I would build it. I watched so many van build videos that I figured I could do it. If people with absolutely no experience can build a van, I figured I could. So, and it was hard. So I seen some van builds and I just can't imagine how they did it. Just hooks, something like that. So that's usually where I do most of my cooking, coffee and stuff like that. For my diesel heater, my fuel gets fueled here. Yeah, this was an afterthought of everything, the diesel heater. I put new tires on it, the BF Goodrich KO2s. My diesel exhaust is right here. I also did the spray liner here on this all around the van. My shore power comes in here. It doesn't charge my batteries, but it brings me 110 inside. So I have an awning. It's a 8.5 foot awning. It takes 2 to set it up, but it's pretty easy. It just takes a minute. A couple of storage areas. I also have hatches on the top to access them. I just keep blankets and little picnic table kind of storage. And I have a drawer in the back. I just keep more goods here: firewood, boots, chairs. Usually when I'm going somewhere, this gets right filled.
This is a pretty great DIY van build, but I want to tell you about a really amazing opportunity where you could actually win a professionally built Mercedes Sprinter van with Omaze. Omaze is offering a sweepstake where you can actually enter for a chance to win this amazing Mercedes Sprinter van built out by Vansmith, and they did it in an eco-friendly way using bamboo and wool insulation, and just really they've created the ultimate adventure camper van. The customizations alone are worth $85,000. It's just a top tier professional build. It has solar panels, freshwater system, a Dometic toilet, LED lighting, and a lot more. Now, the great thing about Omaze is every time you enter for a chance to win, you actually also help support a really great charitable organization, which in this case is the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. You can head to omaze.com/differentm, and the link will be in the description, to enter now. And the earlier you enter, the more prizes you could win, including $10,000 in cash if you enter by January 13th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is really a win-win situation, as you get a chance to win an amazing Sprinter van like I've told you about, and you also get to support a worthy cause. So once again, head to omaze.com/differentm for your chance to win, and the earlier you enter, the more you can win.
For the build, yeah, it was hard. Like, you can't use a level, nothing's straight in here. I did it all in cardboard tent plates first, and then started cutting stuff out and building one unit at a time, then this unit, and just worked my way down, built the bed, and the bed was easy. I was happy when I got to that, but I was under a deadline, and I was mostly doing the work on evenings and weekends last spring, so it was a lot of work, and you learn a lot. But I did get a professional in for my electrical, J5 Customs up in Chemainus. But otherwise, yeah, I'd go for it. It's hit and miss. You can always change stuff. I'm constantly thinking of ways to improve, and I want to, raise the bed a bit more to get more cargo underneath. So I want to thin out the mattress and just little tricks. But future projects, I would go for it if recommending to build a van. It's a good experience. It teaches you a lot. You need a lot of patience. It is confined quarters. There's 2 of us and a dog in here most of the time, so it's a little bit confined, but we have a great time. We enjoy it. The van itself, we bought it for 16.5, which was, I thought at the time, was a very good deal, because you look at the van prices now, they've been skyrocketing. So I got it for 16.5. It cost us another almost 7 by the time it was said and done to do the top. The top was under 4, but we had to drive back east, and we stayed in a few places, and there was no real insulation back then. It was just a cargo van, and it was winter. It was cold. He installed the max fan for us, and he also put in a roof rack for the solar. So that was about 75, and the rest was just build. Some stuff cost a lot of money, like the fridge, but altogether was about 38,000 we spent. It's an investment, and it's always, you don't like it, you can always sell it if it doesn't work out for you.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please share it with a friend. Also, if you want to watch more alternative dwellings, we got a playlist popping up right here, and we release new episodes every single Sunday, so consider subscribing.